Hi, welcome to My Football Mentor. I'm Coach Van Tassel. I just got done explaining the technique of a funnel corner in a cover 2 defense. Now let me explain to you, I really just talked about what he's trying to do, which is when he releases off the line of scrimmage, prevent him from getting outside. He wants to force him inside and reroute him, because that is a weak area of cover 2, this hole behind the corner and in front of the safety, because he's actually got flat coverage. After he lets him go, he's going to settle into the flats, and he's going to look for any type of a swing release or a flat release or any type of a route in this area. Now, how to beat that technique so that we don't end up running around him, because as a receiver, if we end up running around him, we're never going to get into that hole in time. If we're looking to try and throw a fade route into the hole, we want to get there without having to go too far inside so that the safety can come over the top. So what we do when we release on this, and this is real important for some of you young receivers, and you can make sure that you go to My Football Mentor, our website, and this is a technique that I cover extensively in my book, The Art of Playing Wide Receiver. Be sure to get that book, because I cover more than just how to get off the line of scrimmage against the funnel corner when you're running a fade in the hole. We talk about tons of different techniques, and we have tons of videos. It's a great book. So anyway, how we're going to come off the line of scrimmage and beat this guy is we're going to attack him where he doesn't want us to go. He doesn't want us outside. We don't want to, he's not going to give us a free release outside, because if we release outside, we're far enough away from this safety that he can't get to us. Because here's the problem. Once he lets us go, once he reroutes us, he's just settling into flats, and it's this guy's responsibility to cover any deep route into that part of the zone. So what we're going to do then, he doesn't want us to go outside, so we're going to come off the line of scrimmage and we're going to attack him outside hard. What's that going to do to him when we attack his outside shoulder a yard to 2 yards outside of his shoulder? He's got to widen. Okay, so he's got to move over. He's got to move over to stay outside of us, to prevent us from getting outside and keep us inside. Well, when he moves over, we're going to run up his toes, which is another thing that I always advocate. If you're going to put a move on a defensive back, you got to run up his toes. Once we run up his toes and we force him outside, we're going to slip his inside hip and up into the hole. Now, what that's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to get into that hole without losing any leverage to the inside of the field, without having to run around the guy, because we don't want to do that. He's done his job if we end up running around him. So we're going to attack where he doesn't want us to go, and then we're going to slip inside, and we're going to settle down in this hole, and we're going to look for a rifle shot right into that hole. The quarterback's not going to loft it. He's not going to give us a lob throw, because that safety can get over the top. As soon as you clear this guy, we're throwing a rifle shot. Now, the other thing to keep in mind relative to your offensive scheme, a good offensive coordinator is going to probably put something like this in to hold this guy in the flat, to hold the corner in the flat. Because here's the problem. A lot of defenses and good defenses will employ this technique. If this corner, as he is looking at the quarterback, he's reading to see what's coming out of the backfield. If this guy is not running into the flats here, this guy is not running into what we call a swing route here, or a flare, and he doesn't have a flat threat, he's going to funnel and then he's going to release and trail. That's when we don't want to throw that route. If we don't have some kind of a swing or something designed to hold this guy up, he's going to check release. He's going to try and funnel him, and even if he doesn't do an effective job of it, if he doesn't see a flat threat, he's going to sink and run what's called a two-trail technique. That's going to be squeezing this guy from underneath and allow the safety to get over the top. We certainly don't want to make that throw. So offensive coordinators, young coaches, if you want to throw a fade into the hole against cover 2, I would highly suggest you have some type of a swing or a flare or flat route to hold this guy so that he doesn't sink and play a trail technique. Thanks for watching My Football Mentor.